Act as if every door is already open for you. Walk through life as though the walls have fallen. The locks have turned and the barriers have melted before your eyes. You must understand something deeply. Sacred life mirrors your inner conviction, not your outer struggle. When you assume that every door is open, the world begins to rearrange itself in perfect alignment with that assumption. You are not waiting for opportunities. They are waiting for your recognition. The key was never in someone else's hand. It was always in your awareness. When you wake up in the morning, don't rise as the person who is trying to make things happen. Rise as the person for whom it is already done. Feel the weight of answered prayers in your chest. Move with the confidence of one who has already entered the room they once dreamed of. The moment you begin to act as if, something subtle yet powerful begins to shift in the unseen. Reality bends around your conviction. What once seemed impossible begins to unfold with quiet ease. Because your inner assumption commands creation itself. You are not walking toward the open door. You are walking from it. You are stepping from the answered into the seen, from the invisible into the visible. Every time you imagine yourself waiting, you hold the door shut with your disbelief. Every time you feel yourself lacking, you call lack into being. But the instant you assume that the door is open, you awaken the law that governs all manifestation. Whatever you claim within must appear without. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture that thing you desire. The career, the love, the healing, the peace. Don't imagine yourself chasing it. Imagine yourself being it. How would you walk if you already had it? How would you speak, breathe, and move through your day? Let that feeling be your state. You are not pretending. You are preparing reality to catch up with your inner knowing. Faith is not a wish. It is an identity. When you act from the end, you declare to the universe, it is finished. Do you know why doors seem closed? Because the mind sees limits where only possibilities exist. The mind that doubts builds walls. The mind that believes tears them down. When you assume that every door is open, you stop negotiating with fear. You stop pleading with time. You stop waiting for permission. Instead, you walk with divine certainty that life supports your every step. The unseen forces that shape your world rush to assist the one who already believes he has received. There is a sacred moment that comes when you stop striving and start embodying. That's the moment the shift happens. When you no longer pray as someone desperate to be heard, but as someone who knows the answer is already echoing in eternity. When you no longer look for signs, but live as the sign itself. When you stop asking how and start saying, "Thank you." The universe reads that gratitude as command. It rearranges circumstances to match the frequency of your assurance. You have spent too long knocking on doors that were never locked. The sound you heard was your own doubt echoing back to you. But once you quiet the noise of disbelief, you'll realize the door was open all along. Step through it. Act as if you belong there, because you do. The moment you claim it inwardly, the outer world bows in recognition. Every barrier dissolves before your certainty. Every delay bends to your assumption. Feel what it's like to live on the other side of answered prayers. Let your imagination walk freely through the hallways of fulfillment. Smell the air, feel the texture of the world that has already said yes to you. Don't wait for signs of progress. Embody the end result now. The feeling of completion is the magnet that draws the experience into view. You must dare to live as though the outcome has already occurred. That is the sacred secret you receive when you become. The one who knows every door is open carries no fear, no anxiety, no desperation. They move through life with quiet authority because they understand that the seen is only a reflection of the unseen. You are the cause, not the effect. The energy you send out in belief returns to you as experience. That is why you cannot afford to doubt your power, even for a moment. The world around you is a shadow cast by your inner conviction. Each time you choose faith over fear, the doors swing wider. Each time you choose gratitude over complaint, the locks vanish. And when you finally choose to live as though the promise is fulfilled, creation itself must yield. You will walk into places you once thought were out of reach. You will meet people who seem divinely appointed to assist your journey. Circumstances will arrange with uncanny precision, and you will realize it was never coincidence. It was your assumption made visible. So carry yourself today as one whose path is clear. Move as though the invitations have been sent, the stage prepared, the way made straight. Life will rise to meet you at the level of your conviction. Act as if every door is already open for you, and watch how the world, with quiet reverence, begins to open them wider still. When you begin to live from the end, when you assume that every door is already open for you, you are no longer trapped in the waiting room of life. You stop pleading with fate and start creating with awareness. The outer world, as stubborn as it may appear, must eventually yield to the truth you hold inside. Every event, every circumstance, every encounter begins to bend itself to the frequency of your assumption. That is the secret rhythm of reality. The unseen follows the seen within. You have been conditioned to believe that opportunities are scarce, that doors open only for the chosen few. But the truth is, every door that ever existed already stands open to those who know who they are. You are not standing before closed gates. You are standing before your own unclaimed inheritance. The universe does not deny, it responds. It mirrors the tone of your belief. When you believe that everything is possible for you, that belief becomes the password that unlocks every hidden passage. To act as if every door is already open is to abandon the old identity of the struggler, the beggar, the one hoping to be noticed. You are not here to convince the world to favor you. You are here to remember that the world is a reflection of your inner favor. When you walk in confidence, opportunities arise not by luck, but by law. Circumstances begin to assemble themselves in ways that would seem miraculous to the doubter, but natural to the believer. Acting as if is not pretending. It is participation in truth. Pretending says, I wish this were real. Acting as if says, I know this is real. One is rooted in desire, the other in knowing. One waits for evidence, the other creates it. And as long as you wait to see, before you believe, you remain at the mercy of appearances. But when you choose to believe first, appearances have no choice but to transform. Imagine standing before a door that appears closed. Most people will knock, wait, and grow impatient. But the one who understands will simply turn the handle, knowing that the act of belief unlocks what the eyes cannot yet see. Every time you choose confidence over hesitation, you are turning that invisible handle. You are giving permission for reality to unfold in your favor. The mind may argue. It will say, how can I act as if when I can't see results? But that is precisely the test. Faith is born in the unseen. The feeling of certainty before proof is the force that calls proof into existence. When you act as if, you send a message into the field of creation that says, I am already there, and creation responds, then so it is. Begin to carry yourself differently. If you desire abundance, move as though you are already rich in spirit. Let generosity, confidence, and gratitude flow through your gestures. If you seek love, become love itself. Speak softly, walk with warmth, radiate acceptance. The vibration you carry becomes the key that unlocks the matching reality. Life is not responding to what you want. It is responding to what you are being. You can never experience beyond what you are conscious of being. So, make it your sacred task to shift consciousness first. Before you leave your bed each morning, spend a few quiet moments embodying the end state. Feel the door already open. See yourself already beyond it. Let that inner movie play until it feels more real than the one your senses show you. Then rise from your bed as the person who has already crossed over. That is how doors open, not by force, but by frequency. Those who walk by faith are never frantic. They don't chase, they attract. They don't plead, they prepare. Their calmness is magnetic because it comes from inner completion. When you act as if it's already done, you stop reaching outward in desperation. You start resting inward in trust. That inner stillness is what draws miracles toward you. You don't push the door open. It swings open of its own accord because your state commands it to. Every great transformation begins in imagination. The one who imagines with conviction is not escaping reality. They are shaping it. What you see in your mind's eye today will stand before you tomorrow. What you assume as true in your inner world must find its reflection in the outer. This is the divine law, unchangeable and eternal. If you want to change your experience, you must first change your assumption about it. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are not hoping. It is already yours in consciousness. And once it is yours there, the outer world must rearrange itself to reflect that inner fact. The delay between inner creation and outer manifestation is only the time it takes for your belief to solidify, for your conviction to outweigh your doubt. Doubt is the only closed door. It whispers, "Not yet," and the universe, ever obedient, echoes it back. But faith whispers, "It's done," and creation rushes to agree. The doors you think are locked are only mirrors reflecting your hesitation. The moment you choose certainty, the reflection changes. Imagine walking into every room as though you have already been invited. Imagine entering every conversation as though you already belong. Imagine living each day knowing that life is conspiring for you, not against you. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is the awareness that everything you desire exists within the field of infinite possibility, waiting for you to claim it by assumption. People often say, "I'll believe it when I see it." But the awakened say, "I'll see it when I believe it." The entire structure of your world is a projection of belief. What you assume to be true creates the script by which your reality unfolds. If you walk through life expecting rejection, you will meet it. If you walk through life expecting favor, it will greet you. The universe has no bias, it only mirrors. You are the artist and the canvas. You are both the key and the door. You are the vibration that commands the form. When you understand this, you stop waiting for signs of approval. You begin to act with divine authority, knowing that creation follows consciousness. Every movement of thought is a brushstroke upon the canvas of your destiny. This is why your inner dialogue matters. Speak to yourself as though you are already living the life you desire. Say, I am already there. The doors are open. The way is made. Let these words become the rhythm of your heart. Every time you affirm from the end, you fortify the structure of belief. You are building a world in thought that will soon become visible in form. The feeling of having is what draws having. The feeling of lack draws lack. So when you act as if every door is open, you eliminate the vibration of waiting. Waiting keeps creation suspended. Being brings it to life. The state of fulfillment is magnetic. It attracts its likeness effortlessly. You will find yourself in the right places at the right times, meeting the right people, saying the right words. It will appear miraculous, but it was always law. Consider how a seed behaves. It does not worry whether the soil will accept it. It simply contains within itself the pattern of completion. The oak is already in the acorn. Likewise, your desired life is already within you. Acting as if every door is open means trusting the pattern within your soul. You are unfolding, not striving. You are remembering, not reaching. Even when circumstances appear closed or delayed, remain faithful to your inner assumption. Do not be deceived by appearances. The door that looks shut in the physical may already be swinging open in the unseen. The invisible processes of alignment are always in motion when faith is active. Stay in the state of fulfillment, and you will meet your manifestation in due time, often when you least expect it. Acting as if is not about forcing behavior, it's about embodying essence. You don't have to fake confidence. You have to feel completion. You don't have to pretend you're rich. You have to feel abundant. You don't have to act like you're loved. You have to feel worthy of love. That feeling becomes your new identity, and identity is destiny. When you live as though every door is open, you awaken a new rhythm within your being. Your steps become lighter, your words carry power, your energy becomes calm yet commanding. People begin to notice something different in you. They may not know what it is, but they feel it. You have aligned with the current of certainty, and life responds in kind. If fear arises, do not fight it. Simply remember, fear is faith inverted. It is belief in the wrong direction. You are still creating. Only you are assuming lack instead of abundance. Turn the assumption around. Say quietly within yourself, everything is working in my favor. Every door that serves my highest good is already open. Rest in that awareness until the fear dissolves. The doors of life are not physical. They are vibrational. You cross them not by action, but by state. When your state changes, your surroundings change. When your vibration rises, opportunities match it. That is why so many chase results, but never find them. They remain in the same inner frequency, asking for new outcomes. The door cannot open until you become the version of yourself that belongs on the other side. Every outcome you seek already exists in the infinite field of consciousness. You are not trying to create something from nothing. You are tuning into what already is. Acting as if every door is open simply aligns you with the frequency of that completed version of reality. The more you dwell in that feeling, the faster it hardens into fact. Let go of timelines. Let go of when. The question of when belongs to the mind that still doubts. The one who knows every door is open no longer measures time by appearances. They understand that time is only the distance between assumption and realization, and that distance can collapse in an instant. Each day is an opportunity to rehearse your freedom. When you wake, feel the open doors around you. When you walk through your home, through your city, through your work, imagine invisible passageways of light unfolding before you. Speak silently to them. Thank you for being open to me. That gratitude sends a ripple through creation. Soon, you will find that everything you touch seems to work in your favor. Delays dissolve, help arrives, connections appear, and paths straighten. You will look back and realize it was not luck nor chance, but the natural result of acting from the end. The universe is not testing you. It is teaching you how to believe. It waits for your certainty, not your effort. It waits for your knowing, not your pleading. Every time you choose faith in the unseen, you train creation to obey you more quickly. Act as if every door is open, and your energy will become a magnet for the miraculous. People will sense your certainty, and they will respond to it. Opportunities will seem to chase you, not the other way around. You will find yourself flowing with life, not fighting against it. This is the secret power of living from the end. The moment you accept your fulfillment inwardly, the outer world cannot resist the command. It must bend, it must obey, and soon, what was once an act of faith becomes an act of remembrance. You realize you were never trying to open doors at all. You were learning to see that they were never closed. So walk now as the one who knows. Move through this life not as a seeker, but as a finder. The doors have never been locked. They only appeared so because you hesitated to claim your rightful passage. The moment you stop questioning whether you are worthy, the path unfolds beneath your feet. When you carry the quiet conviction that everything is already open to you, the world becomes weightless. You no longer chase, strive, or wait. You simply receive what was always yours. Stand tall in that knowing. Speak from that certainty. Feel the life that is already prepared for you, waiting just beyond the veil of doubt. Every time you choose faith over fear, you cross another invisible threshold. Every time you act as if it's already done, you summon that reality closer. And when you finally surrender to the truth that nothing is withheld from you, you'll discover that all you were ever meant to be already is. Act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor. Imagine what that truly means. That every delay, every detour, every moment of uncertainty is not working against you, but working for you. There is a divine rhythm that moves through all things, and when you align with it, when you believe that life is unfolding perfectly for your good, everything begins to shift. You stop chasing. You stop forcing. You start allowing. You begin to live in the knowing that you are not separate from the intelligence that governs the stars, that you are not an accident moving through chaos, but the living expression of the same power that moves mountains and commands oceans. When you act as if the universe is on your side, you no longer see problems. You see preparation. The things that once frustrated you now become signs of direction. The waiting becomes holy. The silence becomes sacred. You start to trust that the unseen is doing more than the seen. You walk with confidence through moments that once filled you with fear, because you now understand that even those moments are part of your unfolding perfection. There is a shift that happens when you stop begging the universe and begin assuming that it has already said yes to you. The air around you changes. The energy in your body transforms. You carry yourself differently because you no longer question whether you are worthy of receiving. You know that the very desire that burns in you is the universe's whisper saying, it's already yours. You begin to live from that end. You talk differently. You think differently. You expect differently. You realize that creation is not waiting for you to prove your worth. It's waiting for you to believe. The moment you act as if the universe is working in your favor, it rearranges itself to match your assumption. People show up. Opportunities appear. Paths unfold that you never could have mapped out logically. The right words find you. The right timing finds you. You start to notice that everything, even the things you once labeled as loss, were perfectly aligned to bring you here, to awaken you to this truth. The power that forms galaxies is not against you. It never was. It cannot be. You and it are one. The moment you start acting from that oneness, you stop resisting. You stop doubting. You begin to flow. when you move through life knowing that every event carries divine intelligence, you stop reacting in fear and start responding in faith. You meet each circumstance not with panic, but with purpose, because you understand that what appears as opposition is often the exact pressure needed to reveal your potential. Act as if everything is happening for you, not to you. The words you speak are seeds. The thoughts you entertain are instructions to the universe. When you speak as if things are already unfolding in your favor, you align your vibration with the unseen reality that has been waiting for you to claim it. The invisible responds to your inner state, not your outer struggle. You can affirm all day long, but if you still carry the vibration of doubt, the universe must mirror that back. Yet the moment you move in certainty, not arrogance, but quiet knowing, you begin to see miracles where others see nothing. The law of life responds to faith, not to fear. To act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor is to live in that faith before there is any evidence. It's to walk into the unknown with assurance. It's to smile even when the path is unclear, because you know the unseen currents are working in your behalf. It's to sleep peacefully, not because everything is perfect, but because you know perfection is forming behind the curtain of time. Every challenge you have faced was an act of love in disguise, a gentle redirection toward what was truly meant for you. When something didn't work out, it wasn't rejection, it was protection. When something left, it wasn't loss, it was space being made for something greater. You start to understand that your life has never been random, that every connection, every ending, every coincidence was a whisper of divine coordination. When you begin to act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, you rise above circumstance. You stop living from reaction and begin living from creation. You stop fighting against the current and instead flow with it. You look at what others call impossible and say, "It is already done." You move with an inner calm that confuses those who live by sight, because you have learned to live by vision. You've learned that reality bends to faith, not the other way around. You no longer wait for signs. You become the sign. You no longer search for proof. You embody it. The universe mirrors the energy you hold within. If you hold gratitude, it multiplies your blessings. If you hold fear, it multiplies your worries. So you learn to guard your inner world fiercely, to nurture thoughts that affirm your worth and your divine right to flourish. You choose to speak only words that build, imagine only outcomes that bless, and believe only truths that empower. This is the secret. Nothing external ever needed to change first. The moment you assume that life is working for you, it began to do so. The moment you chose to see yourself as favored, doors began to open. You realized that your belief was the only gatekeeper all along. The universe was never withholding. It was simply waiting for your alignment. So act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor. Not tomorrow. Not when things look better. Right now. In this moment. Act as if the delay is divine. Act as if the detour is protection. Act as if the unanswered prayer is still working its way toward you in perfect timing. Act as if the energy around you is alive, intelligent, and responsive, because it is. The universe moves through faith like wind through an open window. The greatest shift comes when you stop asking, "Why isn't it happening?" and begin declaring, "It's happening right now." When you assume the feeling of already being supported, loved, guided, and favored, the invisible forces of life rush to meet you. You live no longer as a victim of circumstance, but as the creator of alignment. You realize that the universe doesn't conspire for those who wait. It conspires for those who know. Act as if everything is working for your good, because it is. Act as if every moment is sacred, because it is. Act as if the universe is whispering your name through every unfolding detail, because it is. And when you live that way, you won't just believe in miracles, you'll become one. When you truly act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, something within you awakens that had been asleep for years. An ancient knowing that life is not your enemy. It's not a battlefield you must fight your way through. It's a living reflection of what you hold within. Every situation, every person, every circumstance mirrors your dominant state of being. When you assume that everything is unfolding perfectly for your growth and good, that assumption becomes the law of your world. You stop trying to control the outer and begin mastering the inner. You realize that the real creation does not happen outside of you. It happens in the unseen workshop of your mind, your imagination, your faith. Every time you choose to feel blessed before the blessing, supported before the support shows up, and favored before you see evidence, you are aligning with that invisible current that shapes destiny. Acting as if is not pretending. It's awakening. It's remembering that your inner world commands the outer. You are not trying to force life into obedience. You are remembering that it already obeys you. When you know this, you live differently. You stop praying for signs and start living as the sign that the universe responds to. Most people live as if the world is conspiring against them. They interpret every delay as punishment, every closed door as rejection, every obstacle as opposition. But when you awaken to higher consciousness, you begin to see how even the difficulties are divine collaborations. The setback that humbled you also prepared you. The disappointment that broke you also purified you. The time of waiting that frustrated you also strengthened your faith. When you start seeing from this perspective, you no longer resist, you rest. You rest in the knowing that what's meant for you can never miss you, and what's not meant for you can never stay. To act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor means to live as though every detail of your life has purpose. It means to smile when the answer is delayed because you trust that timing is sacred. It means to thank life in advance for what is already forming in the unseen. It means to stop rehearsing the past and start scripting the future from a state of victory. When you do this consistently, your energy becomes magnetic. You draw to yourself everything that harmonizes with your belief. There is a silent partnership between your imagination and the universe. Whatever image you hold within you, whatever emotion you nurture, becomes a signal, a frequency that life cannot help but match. So when you act as if you are already being guided, already being blessed, already being supported, that becomes the vibration that shapes your world. Your inner talk begins to change. You no longer say, "I hope it works out." You say, "It is already working out." You no longer say, "I don't know what to do." You say, "The answer is already on its way." These are not empty affirmations. They are declarations of faith that open invisible doors. Faith is not waiting until everything looks right to believe. Faith is standing in the middle of uncertainty and knowing that even here, something beautiful is unfolding. The person who acts as if the universe is conspiring in their favor does not crumble when things look dark. They understand that the darkness is often the soil where miracles germinate. Seeds are not planted in sunlight, but in hidden places. So too are your blessings, developing quietly beneath the surface, waiting for the appointed time to break forth. Every delay is preparation. Every detour is protection. Every unanswered prayer is a greater yes, being formed in silence. The universe has perfect timing. It never rushes, and it never forgets. When you begin to trust this rhythm, you stop demanding and start aligning. You learn to wait with faith instead of worry. You stop doubting in the middle because you know the end is already written. You act as if it is done because in truth it already is. There comes a moment in your journey where you must decide who you are in the face of apparent contradiction. When everything seems to fall apart, will you act as if the universe has abandoned you? Or will you act as if the universe is rearranging things to bring you into alignment with something greater. That moment defines your vibration. That moment determines whether you spiral into fear or rise into faith. You are not at the mercy of chance. You are guided by divine intelligence. The same intelligence that tells the birds when to migrate, that choreographs the tides and the seasons, is the very power moving through your life, acting as if the universe is conspiring in your favor. Is not about arrogance. It's about surrender, surrendering to the idea that you are deeply loved, that you are watched over, and that the path beneath your feet is being shaped by something far greater than your logical mind can comprehend. When you live this way, anxiety loses its grip. You no longer rush to fix everything. You stop trying to control what is beyond you. You stop begging life to bless you, and instead start blessing life with your awareness. You look at your circumstances and say, I know there is something good in this, even if I can't see it yet. That statement alone changes your energy, and because energy precedes manifestation, your world begins to change. The universe speaks in vibration, not words. It listens not to what you say, but to what you feel. When you feel grateful in advance, it multiplies reasons for gratitude. When you feel confident that you are supported, it sends support in visible form. But when you worry, when you act as if you are alone and forgotten, it mirrors that too. The power lies in your assumption. You don't need to force the universe to favor you. You simply need to assume that it already does. When you act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, you become a co-creator instead of a complainer. You start giving thanks before the miracle. You start moving as though your desire is already yours. You speak from victory, not from need. You lift your head, you breathe deeper, you walk lighter because you know you are carried by something unseen yet profoundly real. Every step becomes sacred. Every conversation becomes purposeful. Every day becomes a gift because you see how all of it is working in your favor. You can only perceive what you believe. When you believe that life is hard, you will encounter hardness. When you believe that people can't be trusted, you will meet betrayal. But when you believe that life is benevolent, that the universe conspires to bless you, that even the storms are preparing you, then you start to notice evidence of that belief everywhere you go. The right people appear, the right resources arrive, the timing aligns in ways that astonish you. What used to frustrate you now makes you smile, because you can see how even the delays were divine choreography. Imagine for a moment that everything that's happening right now is a setup, a perfect orchestration leading you to your highest good. Imagine that nothing has gone wrong, that even what looks like chaos is actually creation in process. How differently would you carry yourself? You would stop complaining and start creating. You would stop fearing the future and start shaping it with your faith. You would stop waiting for permission and start walking in power. When you wake up each morning, act as if the universe has already arranged this day in your favor. Expect divine encounters. Expect perfect timing. Expect peace, favor, and unexpected blessings. When you move through your day with that expectancy, you magnetize it. You begin to notice small signs that confirm your belief. The text that comes at the right time, the opportunity that falls into your lap, the chance meeting that feels like destiny. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The energy of faith is creative, it's magnetic, it's alive. When you maintain that inner assumption that everything is working for you, even your mistakes turn into miracles. The universe has a mysterious way of turning what was meant to harm you into the very thing that helps you. You begin to see how divine intelligence uses contrast to clarify your desires. When something goes wrong, it simply reveals what you truly want. When someone leaves, it clears space for something better. When something breaks, it makes room for rebuilding with greater strength. The moment you act as if life is on your side, you stop defending yourself against it. You relax into trust. You let go of control. And ironically, that's when everything begins to align. Because when you surrender control, you open yourself to guidance. The universe cannot move through a clenched fist. It moves through open hands and a receptive heart. When you believe that you are guided, you begin to notice guidance everywhere. In words, in signs, in synchronicities. You feel led rather than lost. The old you used to pray in desperation. The new you praise in gratitude. The old you waited to see before believing. The new you believes and then sees. This is the essence of acting as if. It's not about pretending. It's about aligning with truth. The truth that the universe is not neutral toward you. It is biased in your favor. It wants your expansion. It wants your joy. It wants your awakening. Every experience is designed to bring you closer to that realization. When challenges arise, you don't crumble anymore. You remember the universe is conspiring in my favor. You say to yourself, this too is working for me. And as you hold that assumption, you find peace even in uncertainty. You find strength even in weakness. You find meaning even in pain. Because deep down, you know that you are never being punished. You are being prepared. You are being positioned. There are You are being perfected for the manifestation of what you have already claimed in your heart. To live this way is to live in power. You no longer react to life, you respond from consciousness. You no longer wait for signs, you become the living sign of trust. You stop chasing outcomes and begin embodying the vibration of fulfillment. And as you do, the world shifts to mirror your inner state. There's a quiet confidence that comes from knowing that the universe is working with you. You no longer need to shout to be heard by life. A whisper from your heart is enough. You no longer need to struggle to be seen. Your light naturally draws what belongs to you. You realize that the more peaceful you are, the faster things align, because peace is the evidence of trust, and trust is the magnet of manifestation. When you act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, you stop carrying the weight of outcomes. You stop asking, "How will it happen?" and instead affirm, "It is happening." You stop worrying about timing, because you understand that divine timing is never late. You stop trying to open doors that were never meant for you, because you trust that the right doors will swing open effortlessly. You learn to walk away from what no longer vibrates with your truth, knowing that something higher is already waiting. Every single thought you entertain is a seed in the soil of consciousness. When you act as if the universe is conspiring for you, you are planting seeds of certainty, abundance, and peace. You are cultivating a field of faith that cannot return void. Even when storms come, those seeds will grow, because your inner conviction waters them daily. The harvest may not appear overnight, but it is guaranteed by the law of your own assumption. You are not small. You are not powerless. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the dreamer of this dream. And the universe is the mirror of your dreaming. When you act as if life loves you, it begins to show you proof of that love. When you act as if everything is aligning, it begins to align. When you act as if the universe is for you, it begins to remove everything that is not. So keep walking in that faith. Keep moving with that assurance. Keep choosing that perspective, especially when appearances try to deceive you. The moment you begin to waver, remember, what you see is only the echo of what you once believed. If you want to change the echo, change the belief. Act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, and it will conspire to prove you right, because it always mirrors the truth you dare to hold within. So now, stand still within yourself and breathe in the knowing that you are not walking through a hostile universe. You are moving through a loving one. Everything is woven together in your favor. Every delay was divine timing. Every detour was a redirection toward destiny. Every unanswered question was an invitation to trust more deeply in the unseen. When you act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, you move from fear to faith, from doubt to divine certainty, from struggle to flow. You stop chasing what is already yours and begin receiving it with open hands. You no longer fight against the current, because you have learned that the current itself carries you exactly where you need to go. This is the way of the awakened soul: to walk in quiet power, to trust in perfect order, to expect good, and to rest in the truth that you are loved, guided, and supported beyond measure. The universe has always been for you. It always will be. Live as though that truth is already written across the sky, because it is. Walk as though the path is rising to meet your feet, because it is. Speak as though every word you utter is creative, because it is. And let your life be the living testimony of this truth. When you act as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, the universe proves that it always was. You have been taught to think, to reason, to analyze every detail of your life. You have been conditioned to believe that control and effort bring results. But what if I told you the opposite is true? That the more you think, the more you stand in the way of the infinite intelligence that already knows the path. The universe does not require your struggle. It does not need your constant calculations, your worry, or your doubt. It only requires your alignment. The moment you cease your mental interference and surrender to the knowing that all is already done, the universe begins to move in ways you could never have orchestrated on your own. Most people live in a state of resistance, trying to force solutions, chasing outcomes, and exhausting their minds with unnecessary thought. But thought, when misplaced, becomes the very barrier to your manifestation. The mind, when overburdened, cannot perceive the subtle nudges of the universe. So, how do you let the universe think for you? You begin by assuming that it already has. You assume that every desire, every question, every need is already known. You do not beg. You do not chase. You assume. And you trust. When a problem arises, do not ask, "How will I fix this?" Instead, dwell in the knowing that it is already resolved. When a desire stirs within you, do not wonder, "How can I make this happen?" Simply embody the state of already having it. The universe will fill in the details. There is no need to struggle. There is no need to figure it all out. The greater mind, the unseen force that governs all things, is already at work. Step back, let go, and let it think for you. You have been led to believe that your mind is the master of your reality, that through sheer effort, endless analysis, and ceaseless thought, you can shape your world as you desire. But this belief is the very thing that keeps you bound in limitation. The mind was never meant to be your master. It was designed to be a servant, a tool that responds to the deeper intelligence flowing through you. Yet, instead of using it as an instrument of creation, most people allow it to become a source of exhaustion, filling their days with doubt, fear, and worry. Look at your life. How many times have you wrestled with decisions, going back and forth in your mind, only to feel more confused? How many nights have you spent replaying past mistakes or anxiously predicting future failures? This is the mind running unchecked, taking control when it was never meant to lead. Thought, when misused, becomes a prison. It traps you in cycles of overthinking, leaving you stuck, rather than allowing the universe to work on your behalf. But the truth is simple. The answers you seek do not come from force, nor do they come from struggle. They come from stillness. They come from allowing the deeper intelligence within you, the intelligence of the universe, to flow without resistance. The moment you stop exhausting yourself with unnecessary thought is the moment you open the door to real clarity. You do not need to figure everything out. You do not need to carry the weight of every decision on your shoulders. There is a force far greater than your conscious reasoning that already knows the paths. But it will not speak over your mental noise. It will not fight for your attention. You must create the space for it to guide you. Consider the moments in your life when you have experienced effortless knowing. Perhaps you have had a sudden realization, a flash of inspiration, or an inner nudge that led you exactly where you needed to be. That was not the product of overthinking. That was the universe moving through you, showing you the way when you least expected it. Imagine living from that state always. Imagine a life where decisions are made effortlessly, where guidance comes naturally, where you no longer strain to control every detail. That life is available to you the moment you surrender the need to overthink. The moment you recognize that the mind is not the source of wisdom, but merely a tool to carry out the wisdom that already exists. What then should you do when your mind races, when doubt creeps in, when you feel the urge to control every outcome? Pause. Breathe. Shift your awareness away from thought and into presence. Ask yourself, what would I know if I were already in alignment with the universe? Then let go. The answer may not come instantly, but it will come. It will arise naturally, effortlessly, without force. You do not need to struggle. The universe is already working in your favor. The same intelligence that keeps the stars in the sky and the earth in perfect motion is the same intelligence that moves through you. When you trust in that, when you cease the exhausting effort of trying to think your way to every solution, you will see how effortlessly life unfolds. Stop trying to control what was never yours to control. Your role is not to force, but to receive. Your job is not to struggle, but to allow. The universe is always speaking. Be still long enough to hear it. Let it think for you. Everything in your life, every circumstance, every relationship, every success or failure is a reflection of what you assume to be true. Whether you recognize it or not, your assumptions are shaping your world at every moment. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you assume. The beliefs you hold, consciously or unconsciously, impress themselves upon the unseen intelligence that governs all things, and in time they crystallize into physical form. Most people live under the illusion that their experiences dictate their beliefs, that they can only assume something is true once they see proof of it. But this is an error. The world is not forcing its reality upon you. You are the one shaping it through your assumptions. Your inner world precedes the outer. What you persistently assume, whether good or bad, must eventually harden into fact. This is an unbreakable law. Look at your life. What patterns continue to repeat? What struggles seem inescapable? If you look closely, you will see that these experiences are not random. They are the outpicturing of deeply held assumptions. Perhaps you assume that success is difficult, and so every opportunity feels like a battle. Perhaps you assume that people cannot be trusted, and so betrayal finds you time and again. Or perhaps you assume that life flows with ease, and so doors open effortlessly before you. Change does not begin outside of you, it begins in the realm of assumption. If you want to see something different in your life, you must first assume differently. The moment you make an assumption and persist in it, the universe begins to shift to reflect that new reality. But you must hold to it, unwavering. You cannot entertain a new assumption one day and fall back into old doubts the next. The universe is listening to the consistency of your inner state. Think of a time when you knew something would happen before it did. Perhaps you had an unshakable confidence about an outcome, and it unfolded exactly as you expected. That was not coincidence. It was the power of assumption at work. You did not need to hope, beg, or struggle. You simply knew, and because you knew, reality conformed. Now imagine using that same power deliberately. Imagine assuming wealth instead of lack, love instead of loneliness, success instead of failure. If you can persist in that assumption without letting doubt shake you, the world will shape itself accordingly. The external must follow the internal. It has no choice. But how do you shift an assumption when the evidence around you suggests otherwise? The key is to ignore appearances. The outer world is nothing more than a reflection of past assumptions, and just as a mirror cannot change until you change your expression, your reality cannot shift until you assume a new state. If you continue to react to what is, you will only create more of the same. But if you assume a new reality as true, even before the world reflects it, you will set a new cause in motion. You must dare to believe in the unseen. You must dare to assume that what you desire is already yours. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Live as if it were already true in your mind, and watch as life rearranges itself to bring it into form. The universe does not operate by chance. It operates by law. What you assume, you become. What you assume, you experience. Choose your assumptions wisely, for they are the seeds of your reality. Assume greatness, assume abundance, assume love, and let the universe reflect it back to you. You have been taught that struggle is necessary, that effort and hardship are the price you must pay for success, love, and fulfillment. But this belief is the very thing keeping you from what you seek. The more you force an outcome, the further it drifts away. The universe does not respond to struggle, it responds to alignment. It responds to alignment. It responds to yourself. It responds to alignment with what you seek. The more you force an outcome, the more you respond to success, love, it responds to alignment. When you release control, when you stop chasing, when you let go of the need to force things into existence, you make room for the unseen forces to arrange everything in perfect order. Struggle implies resistance. It is the belief that you must fight against life to get what you desire. But have you ever noticed that the things you have to fight the hardest for often slip through your fingers? The person who chases love the most often finds themselves alone. The one who desperately seeks wealth seems to always lack. The harder you push, the more life pushes back. This is because struggle is rooted in fear. The fear that if you do not take control, things will not go your way. But the universe does not need your struggle. It needs your surrender. Letting go does not mean doing nothing. It means trusting. It means knowing that what you desire is already in motion, that the forces beyond your understanding are weaving the perfect circumstances together. When you act from a place of alignment rather than desperation, you move in flow with life rather than against it. Look at nature. The river does not struggle to reach the ocean. It flows effortlessly. The sun does not force itself to shine, it simply does. There is an ease, an intelligence, a rhythm that governs all things. When you detach from struggle, you align yourself with that rhythm. You stop interfering with the process and allow the universe to work in ways far greater than your mind could ever conceive. Think about the moments when things came to you with little effort. The unexpected job offer, the chance encounter that led to love, the perfect opportunity that seemed to fall into your lap. These moments did not arise from struggle, they arose from alignment. They happened when you were in a state of ease, not desperation. This is the natural way of things, and it is available to you always if you will only let go. But letting go requires faith. It requires you to release your grip on how things should unfold and trust that they are unfolding exactly as they should. It requires you to stop obsessing over when, where, and how, and simply embody the knowing that all is well. If you desire something, set the intention. Assume it is already yours, and then step back. Live in the state of already having it, rather than in the state of longing. When you do this, the universe begins to arrange the pieces. The right people, opportunities, and circumstances will come to you, not because you forced them, but because you aligned with them. You were never meant to struggle through life. The need to struggle is an illusion, a belief that keeps you bound to lack and limitation. The truth is that life responds to your state of being. When you are at peace, life reflects peace. When you trust, life provides. When you let go, you receive. So release the need to control. Stop chasing, stop forcing. Stop believing that struggle is required. Instead, align yourself with the feeling of already having, already being, already knowing. Let the universe orchestrate the how, and you will see that what once seemed distant and difficult will come to you effortlessly. In the constant noise of life, most people search endlessly for answers, seeking them outside of themselves, hoping that somewhere in the chaos they will find clarity. But the truth is, the answers you seek are not out there, they are within you, waiting in the silence, in the stillness. The universe speaks in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, but you must learn to listen. Most people do not realize that their own minds are working against them. Their thoughts run in endless circles, filled with doubts, fears, and worries. The more they think, the more tangled they become, mistaking mental noise for progress. But thinking louder does not bring clarity. It only creates more confusion. True wisdom is found not in frantic searching, but in quiet surrender, Stillness is not emptiness, it is awareness. It is the space where you become receptive, where inspiration flows without effort. When you silence the noise of the mind, you open yourself to the intelligence that moves all things. This intelligence has always been present, guiding, nudging, whispering, but it cannot be heard above the chatter of a restless mind. Consider the ocean. When its surface is disturbed, it becomes chaotic, unable to reflect the sky above. But when it is still, it becomes a mirror perfectly capturing the heavens. Your mind is the same. When it is filled with constant thought, it cannot receive. But in stillness, the answers that once seemed elusive rise effortlessly into awareness. There is a reason why the greatest revelations often come in moments of stillness, in the quiet of the early morning, in a pause between activities, in the stillness of nature. When you stop striving, when you stop forcing, you become a vessel for something greater than yourself. It is not through effort that clarity comes, but through surrender. The modern world does not teach stillness, it teaches reaction. It urges you to fill every moment with activity, to solve every problem through thought and effort. But this is an illusion. The most powerful actions arise not from mindless motion, but from deep inner knowing. When you cultivate stillness, your actions become precise, guided by something beyond mere intellect. Think of those moments when life seemed to unfold perfectly, as if guided by an unseen hand. Those were not moments of struggle, but moments of flow, when you were so present, so alive that the right answers appeared effortlessly. This is the power of stillness. It does not come from outside of you. It is always within you, waiting to be accessed. But how do you cultivate this stillness? You do not force it. You do not demand silence from the mind. Instead, you simply observe. Let the thoughts come and go without attachment. Do not resist them, but do not engage them either. Create space between them, and in that space, you will feel the presence of something greater than thought itself. This is where intuition is born. This is where true wisdom arises, not from the mind, but from the stillness beneath it. The more you practice being in this space, the more effortless life becomes. The right decisions will arise naturally. The right opportunities will appear without struggle. The path forward will reveal itself, not through force, but through alignment. Through it, you do not have to fight your way through life. You do not have to chase or struggle or exhaust yourself with endless thinking. All that you seek is already seeking you. The universe is speaking, guiding, unfolding. But it can only be heard in the quiet. Make stillness your home. Let the noise settle, and in that sacred space of silence, the answers you have been seeking will reveal themselves effortlessly. Most people live in the state of wanting, constantly longing for something that feels just out of reach. They look at their current reality and allow it to dictate what they believe is possible. But this is not how creation works. The universe does not respond to longing, it responds to being. When you align your mind with the state of already having what you desire, the universe bridges the gap effortlessly. The key is to live in the end. Do not wait for external proof before you believe. Believe first and the proof will follow. You must think from the place of already being the person who has what you seek, already living the life you desire. When you do this, the unseen forces begin to move, rearranging the circumstances of your life to reflect your inner state. Most people do the opposite. They look at what is, they dwell on the lack, and they reinforce the very conditions they wish to change. They say, I want more money, but they continue to identify as someone who struggles financially. They say, I want love, but they continue to feel lonely and unworthy. In doing so, they keep themselves stuck in a cycle of longing rather than receiving. You must abandon this way of thinking. Instead of seeing your desire as something far off in the future, assume it is already done. If you were already the person who has the success, the love, the health, the abundance, how would you think? How would you feel? How would you move through the world? Step into that version of yourself now, not later. When you do this, something remarkable happens. Your actions, your thoughts, your emotions all begin to align with this new reality. You no longer move from a place of need, but from a place of certainty. And in this certainty, the universe responds. Doors that once seemed closed begin to open. People, opportunities, and circumstances appear as if by divine orchestration. But many struggle with this concept because they are trapped by what they see. They believe they must first have proof before they can believe. Yet all great manifestations begin in the unseen. The tree was once an invisible seed. The great masterpiece was once an idea. The life you wish to live already exists in potential. You must claim it now in consciousness before it materializes. Doubt is the enemy of this process. If you waver between belief and fear, between certainty and hesitation, you delay the unfolding of your desire. The universe is precise. It reflects back exactly what you hold in your mind consistently. If you are firm in your assumption, unwavering in your knowing, then reality has no choice but to conform. This is not about wishful thinking, it is about embodying a new state of being. You must let go of the identity of the person who is still waiting. Waiting only creates more waiting. You are not becoming, you already are. The shift happens the moment you decide to claim it fully, without doubt, without hesitation. You may wonder how long it will take for your desire to manifest, but time is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is the depth of your belief. If you persist, if you refuse to entertain any thought that contradicts your vision, then it must come to pass. The universe is not bound by time, it is bound by assumption. The stronger your assumption, the faster the bridge of incidents will unfold. So stop looking for signs. Stop waiting for proof. Live in the end now. Walk, speak, and think as though your desire is already yours. Feel the relief, the joy, the gratitude of already having it. Let that feeling guide your every moment, and soon you will watch as the world shifts to match your inner state. The universe is not your opponent, it is your mirror. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and reality will bend to reflect it. The law of the universe is a constant, unyielding force that is always at work, whether you are conscious of it or not. It is not selective, nor does it discriminate. This law responds to your inner world, to the thoughts and beliefs you hold within your mind. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption you make creates a vibration that sends ripples out into the world, and the universe responds in kind. You may not always be aware of this process, but it is happening every moment of your life. The universe does not wait for you to be in a good mood or in a state of clarity to begin responding. Whether you are aware or not, it is listening. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are constantly being broadcast, and the world around you shapes itself according to these inner vibrations. This means that you are the creator of your own reality. Though many walk through life unaware of the power they possess, if you are experiencing a reality that does not align with your desires, it is because your thoughts and beliefs are not aligned with what you wish to manifest. The law is always working. It is never off, never resting. When you believe that things will always be hard, that money is scarce, that love is distant, the universe will respond by giving you more of the same. The world around you will continue to reflect those beliefs, as it is simply mirroring the energy you put out. But when you change your thoughts, when you begin to align your inner world with the life you wish to create, then your outer world will shift to reflect that alignment. The key is in awareness. Most people go about their days reacting to life, allowing external circumstances to dictate how they feel and think. They give power to what they see, what they hear, and what they experience. But the true power lies not in reacting to life, but in shaping it through your inner state. When you master your thoughts, you master your world. This is not a new concept. Throughout history, great minds have taught us that the inner world dictates the outer. As within, so without is a timeless truth. Yet many remain caught in the cycle of external focus, waiting for things to change before they allow themselves to feel differently. They believe that once the conditions improve, then they can be happy, confident, or abundant. But this is the reverse of how the law works. It is not the outer world that must change first. It is your inner world that must change. Your thoughts are the seeds of your reality. When you focus on thoughts of lack, struggle, or limitation, you are planting seeds that will grow into those very experiences. On the other hand, when you focus on abundance, love, and success, you plant seeds that will bloom into those experiences. The universe does not question these seeds, it simply grows them. To align your thoughts with the life you desire, you must first become aware of what you are thinking and believing. Do you believe you are deserving of success, love, and joy? Or do you harbor subconscious doubts and fears that are shaping your reality? It is important to recognize that the law does not care whether you are consciously aware of your thoughts. It only responds to what you are consistently focused on. Changing your thoughts is not an overnight process. It requires consistent effort and practice. But as you begin to consciously align your thoughts with your desires, you will notice a shift in your life. Opportunities will arise where there were once obstacles. relationships will improve, and new positive connections will form. You will begin to see evidence of the law working in your favor. The law is always working, whether you are aware of it or not. The world you see around you is a reflection of your inner state. To change your reality, you must begin by changing your thoughts. Align your thoughts with the life you desire, and the universe will follow. In conclusion, it is clear that the universe is always responding to the vibrations we emit from within. Our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions shape our reality in ways that are often beyond our awareness. By understanding that the law is always working, we can shift our focus from reacting to life to actively creating it. When we align our inner world with our desires, when we live in the end, detached from struggle, embrace stillness, and trust the law, our outer world will follow suit. The universe does not work in isolation. It is a perfect mirror reflecting our internal state. With awareness and intention, we can begin to see our lives transform in alignment with our deepest desires. Thank you for taking the time to absorb and reflect upon this powerful understanding. The universe is always at work on your behalf. Trust it, align with it, and watch as it brings forth the life you truly deserve.